Rogers case. Sebastian Rogers is a 15-year-old boy. He's an autistic boy that disappeared from Hendersonville, Tennessee on February 26th, or at least we think. There's been a lot of details in this case that really are making us say, what is going on behind the curtain? We're starting to dive into the life. A lot of people are saying, you know what, let's give the step-parents a break. Let's just focus on finding Sebastian. By us focusing on the last people that saw Sebastian is helping us find Sebastian, because we need to know their whereabouts in order to locate Sebastian. Because let's face it, Sebastian has been taken care of by these very people his entire life. He doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't hang out with friends. He doesn't run away from home. He doesn't go out of his home. He doesn't go down the street without his mommy and daddy knowing where he is at all times. He does not go to school by himself. He does not walk home by himself. He usually has somebody take him to school and somebody to pick him up every single day. So why, after having such a wonderful weekend, would Sebastian just decide randomly to walk off? One thing that I've learned about this case is that I don't know anything about this case. And right when I think I do know something about this case, something shows its ugly head or rears its information, and it changes the dynamic of this case. But the one thing that hasn't changed the dynamic of this case, in my opinion, so far, has been the fact that everything keeps going back to that house and back to his mother and his stepfather. Now, while I'm not pointing the fingers or wagging my guilty wand at them, I am raising my eyebrow and side-eyeing both Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot. They were both told, and I heard this, and I hear this multiple times in cases, and I want to make sure that it's clear for the record for anybody that's here. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that call families and tell them not to deal with Bullhorn Betty, right? Anytime you receive a call and you hear that you shouldn't be dealing with me, it's because these people think you're guilty. Because if you go back to any and all interviews I have ever done in my life, one thing I don't do is I don't manipulate people's words. I let them say their own words and tell their own story. And I broadcast that usually in raw format to my audience without any edits. Very limited do I ever edit any interview that I have ever possessed. And this is in the history of me doing this very work. So when Chris and Katie, and I'm going to say this loud and proud, you are scared of Bullhorn Betty, then you are guilty of sin. Because I'm a very direct and pointed person. I'm very blunt. I'm very direct. I'm sweet. I'm nice. I'm kind. I care. One thing I don't do is I don't manipulate. So if you're scared of me, and I just want to put that out there, if you're scared of me, then I'm worried about you. Because the only time parents or anybody is terrified of me is usually if they're guilty. So I want to make sure that that is stated across this platform. Any person that is concerned or worried about interviewing with me is most likely guilty. Because I don't have problems, even with all the people calling and trying to reach out and actually thinking that a parent of a missing child or a dead child really gives a shit about some petty YouTube bullshit. But these people on the hate channel that people support, like you, right? Those awful bitch channels that don't get off their ass to even provide one banner, one flyer. And they could literally have a child missing next door, and I guarantee they wouldn't even get off their ass to go out and put a flyer up on their own electric pole. But they would literally prevent somebody from getting help, real help from somebody that's there, boots on the ground, over some petty YouTube bullshit. Do you think these people care about the outcome of the case? Do you think these people care about whether this child is found or not? Do you think these people care? No. They care about their name. They care about going against me at all costs. They don't care who they hurt doing it. And these are people and channels that you choose to support. So I'm hoping that you guys choose a better life and stop supporting these people that literally abuse parents. Abuse parents when they're going through the worst thing in their life, the worst event of their life. Abuse them. How are they abusing them? because they're calling them and getting them worried when they're already freaking worried about their kid. Do you think they give a shit about YouTube stuff? For the idiots in the freaking back that keep doing this to the parents and keep putting more pressure and hurting them. Oh, they don't care about that. Anybody that knows that these channels are reaching out to these families for petty YouTube bullshit, if you are supporting that, you are supporting the abuse of a victim. And shame on you. And if you don't like me, good, change the channel, because I don't like you if you do this type of stuff. I don't support that. Nor do I reach out to these families. Nor do I reach out to these family members. I don't reach out to them. I want to be very clear here. So when people are reaching out to them to abuse them, that's exactly what they are doing. They are reaching out there to hurt them even further. And you guys sit there and support that bullshit. It's sad. I don't reach out to them. Everybody thinks I reach out. I don't reach out to these people. You know how I get my interview? Let me tell you animals in the back how I get my interviews. They reach out to me. I know you don't understand that because you always have to go get her because nobody knows who you are. Nobody likes you. Nobody knows who these channels are. These echo chambers, these little 15,000 channels that are just mean and bitch. Do you think Sebastian Rogers' case care? Or do you think his father gives a shit? He doesn't. He wants his son. He wants his son. And you know what they're doing? We have another creator, boots on the ground, that had been there searching with his father. And because of these animals, many people went home because of the shit they stirred. They stopped these searches. They injured this family, and any hate channel that supported this are part of the injury. And any of you that support that, change the tune, because I don't want you being caught up in being part of the injury as well. You can't support garbage channels doing horrible things to victims of crime and then expect not to have blood on your hands too.